So, an executive saloon just isn't going to be practical enough for you, and you don't like the image of an estate. BMW thinks it has the answer with this, the BMW 3 Series Gran Turismo. This is more than just a hatchback version of the 3 Series. It has a 10cm longer wheelbase and it sits a bit higher. What this means is that whilst it does have the same sort of quick steering and nice slick responses, it's also a bit more cumbersome because it's just got quite a bit more body roll through corners. The optional adaptive dampers do help to keep body roll in check, and they also help with ride comfort. It is an expensive option, but it's worth adding if you're going to do a lot of miles, because the ride in the GT is a bit fidgety and it jolts over bigger bumps around town, even though high-speed ride's really good actually. Engines include a couple of really strong petrols, but quite rightly the bigger seller will be the 2-litre turbo diesel, which is available in a couple of different power outputs. The higher powered is the better if you're going to do a lot of miles, and also the 8-speed automatic is well worth adding because the manual gearbox is just a bit springy and heavy, and it just makes the whole experience much smoother and more relaxing, which suits the GT down to the ground really. One of the best things about the 3 GT actually is its driving position, which is quite high set. It's higher set than in a normal saloon, but a bit lower than in a proper SUV. And that means that you get really good forward visibility and everything feels really quite airy and lovely. All the switchgear is 3 Series derived, so it feels really nice and it's exactly where you want it to be, whilst equipment is also very good. So you get colour screen, you get a rotary iDrive controller, you also get Bluetooth, dual zone climate control, USB input, rear parking sensors and alloys. So whilst there is ample opportunity to make the 3 Series GT a very expensive car with lots of options, but you do get the essentials as standard. This car's real party trick is its rear legroom. As you can see, there's absolutely loads of it, more than you get in a standard 3 Series saloon, if not quite as much as you get in the class above, so 5 Series. There's loads of headroom and it's a really comfortable place to be, so if you really care about your rear passengers, this could be a big incentive. The boot in the 3 GT is actually really quite massive. In fact, BMW claim that it has a bigger capacity than the 3 Series estate. Now, that may be true, but actually because the estate's got a taller load bay, it's still going to be more practical in the real world. What is good about this boot is that you can fold it flat really easily, and you get all sorts of quite clever touches like a hydraulic boot floor as standard. So, the 3 GT risks looking like a niche too far, but it does actually make some sense. It's a sleek looking thing, it's got more rear passenger space than the 3 Series saloon, and it's cheaper than the cars in the class above. However, given that the 3 Series estate is still the cheaper and more practical option, we'd say it's the more recommendable car. For more information, go to whatcar.com and search for BMW 3 Series GT. And whilst you're here, don't forget to click subscribe and have a look at the rest of our videos on our channel.